A little worried that this will happen again. I think I'm live now. It's hard to tell sometimes. At least Twitch is continuing. I might have to let people know there's a new link for the YouTube link. Here's the new link. Ugh, I gotta make an announcement in Discord as well. Edit. There you go. Hopefully that'll work now. Sorry, everyone. Seems like a little trouble. Okay. Anyways, I was gonna say let's put region generation. Now, do I define it within the node itself? Or do I define it as a separate resource? Oops, wrong. Paste. That's the question here. We'll see. I'll say this is the explore generation config in here. Blah, blah, blah. Village. I guess what I can do now. I suppose I could copy this. And put it on this. Right. And then home village, I'm going to have it redefine it, basically. We'll make it so that the home village doesn't have... Wait, I thought it was... Why won't it let me edit it? Hey, Kay. Hi, thanks for the raid, Kay. Just in time. I just crashed, so I had to restart the stream. So, you know, if I restarted just a moment later, I would have missed your raid. Thanks, raiders. Hi. A little shout out here. Go check out Kay. I saw you playing a horror game, which is not for me. I get too spooked. Unless somebody forces me to play, I usually don't go for those. So, Case has gotta love tech issues, indeed. Well, thanks. Welcome, raiders. Hello. If you guys are collecting little cute berries, so I made this myself, by the way. There are a little collection of little berries that you can have on the screen. Kind of like Stream Avatar. I'm sure some people have it, except it's gachapon. You see, we got the hollow berry, we got the buff berry, we got the dice berry, we got the wizard berry. If you want one of those things, you can redeem channel point called Plant Berry Folk Seed, and then once you do 9 of them, if you water them 9 times, you get a little spawn of a berry. So that's one way to get addicted to this stream. Just an FYI. Typically, when we get a raid, we get a little shiny counter where for a certain amount of time we get a shiny chance where there's a shiny version of each berry. But it seems like it didn't work, so we'll have to figure that out. Kay says, I love horror games, but then again, I'm not someone who's very sane, so aren't we all? We're all insane in some little ways, I'm sure. Mega Toner says, thank God I copied the raid message or I would have pasted a long batch of code here. My gosh, it would have been banned. Flip says, just realized my link got deleted. In case you were confused about my comment, I was referring to a Reddit thread about setting bits in the line. Oh, I didn't see the link. Earlier. Sorry. Maybe it just got automated. That's why I was confused. I was like, huh? All right, well, I mean, look. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, everyone. We're going to lock in here because we really need to make this game. So, all right. So, home village, home village. We were saying that I didn't want to have any spikes at home. So, we're going to get rid of the spikes. Also, I'm going to make the locations be a little smaller. I'll make it so that the provisions are a little bit more plentiful. So we'll say 50 on these generation ratios. So it'll be a lot. And basically, explore mode, we're creating home village. When we enter explore mode, or start explore, I think it's under journey. Start explore. Anyways, Raiders, just in case you're wondering what's going on, we make games in this stream. And recently I submitted a Game Jam submission. Game Jam, for those of you who's unfamiliar, is basically a little short day or 2, 3, or even a week event where people spend hours trying to make a game for a quote-unquote competition. So I made this game, which I'm leaving the link on the comment, not in the description. And basically, I got an okay feedback, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this into a real game. So I'm in the process of turning the short and incomplete. Well, incomplete in a sense that it's not something I would sell. I would charge money for, and turn it into something more fun, So, in case you're wondering, that's what we're doing here. Okay, so let's see. Charity mode. I was saying something just now. Start explore or explore mode. We're entering. We're going to take the current nodes. Before we do that, we're going to say current node, or current POIs, generation config, and then we're going to set the explorations generation config to that current POI, and then generate it. So we can configure specifically individual things. Kay says, ooh, I'll check it out. The game on itch for sure. Yeah, thank you. It's nothing amazing. It's just, I mean, you can see it here, honestly. It's basically this. It started as just resource management, get to the end, and then there's secret ending if you reveal as much as possible type of game. We're expanding it so that there are multiple regions. There are different type of gameplay here. We're going through making a little tutorials here. I should probably highlight that hindsight. Okay, that's good. So that tutorial message works. It's still a little distracting, so I'm going to make the opacity a little bit thicker so it obscures more. Once the click happens, tutorial message goes away, and then it follows the character. It's very zoomed in. I'm wondering if I should keep it zoomed in or zoom it out. I might want to zoom it out, actually. So when it clicks, we're going to fade the message, move POI, or move to POI. We have this tween thing. We'll, I might actually zoom out here. Traveling. I'm going to say if camera zoom is x is greater than 1. Oh, meaning we're not in a normal zoom. We'll tween the zoom as well. Tween property camera zoom to be vector 2 1 1. Let's make it 1 second. Oh, like that. So we're restoring it if it's bigger than 1. Yeah, just checking it one thing at a time. I do want to like do a little pulsating, really highlight the node to make it look like click, click here type of thing. So that it's even better. Because people will be like, what? What's adjacent? I don't see it. Like that. Good. These nodes are too close to each other, so I'm gonna make it so that that gets handled better. Megatroner says, worst thing about coding is having to go back and read your own code. How can something you write yourself feel so unfamiliar so often in my case? That happens all the time, no matter what. I mean, I've been in the industry for a long time, not game dev specifically as a software engineer. I mean, obviously I'm doing this full time now, but back when I was working, constantly, like I might come back to it and I'm like, did I write this? Yeah. Sometimes you remember, sometimes you don't. Like, I just assume every code is written by someone else, even though I know for a fact that everything here is written by me. But that's why you take good engineering practices so that when you come back to it, things are a little bit consistent and not crazy, I guess, is our best way to keep sanity. Let's see. What was I saying? Zoom in, zoom out, move, move. I do need to do the highlighting thing. Before that, I wanted to make it so that the generation logic is better. So right now, let's see, config. This generation config is being used to generate, provide this, and then we're replacing starting node. Place player on start node, yes. When we're loading, create and add map nodes, we're adding them. I guess it is happening on the generation. Oh yeah, right, because start node allows me to force position. Position override. There it is. So when we're placing it, I guess instead of, let me think. I think I need to do the override positions first. So I'll do the override positioning first. Like so. So we're placing the starting node at a designated vector. I kind of want to keep track of all the override positions. Override positions. So that I want to keep track of it because when we're about to pop, I think we can do This is going to be a little tricky. It's inefficient, but it's okay, I think. Override positions. Do I do that for each one of them? I think I can filter it first. This is a lot. Used position and override positions. If BSP leaves, can I peek? No, I can't. So I gotta pop this out first. Pop it. Info.position. Distance to the used position is less than the margin size, I think, which is let's see, this believes the info here. Graph generator, min map node area. So I'll grab the graph generator here. Graph generator. Oh, it's self. Okay. It'll be min map node R. Apparently I misspelled it. I never noticed it. That happens too. Length across. Yeah. Then continue. So for example, we're going through all the use position and check if the current position is within this length. We'll say var far away from used, which will be true. As soon as one of them hits, we'll say it's false and break. And we come out here. If far away from used, then we're going to continue. Is not. Hopefully that works. We'll see. Black Basha says, "Hey dude, how you doing? I want to ask if you don't mind. If you have a tutorial about Godot specific stuff, or if you've seen any other YouTuber tutorials, if there is a good one, are you looking for a complete beginner one, or what kind of ones are you looking for?" Nightbest says, yeah, he has a few good tutorials on his channel and has an interactive course. I'm not sure about the course availability. Course is available. It's paid course. So I know that really turns off a lot of people. So if that's not something that you're interested in, I have other tutorials like on YouTube. I have the deck builder tutorial and dungeon generation tutorial. I tried to do complete beginner tutorial, but I got rid of those because now I have a paid course. So that's in the description. But otherwise, I keep saying this. If you are trying to learn Godot and if you want to do it for free and you're just starting out, you just want to get a general start, first thing you do is look for Godot engine documentation. Okay. Good at coding, but beginner in Godot itself. Well, look at my deck builder tutorial. I've gotten a lot of feedback saying that that one was helpful for those people who were coming from like coding background, either as a web dev or like backend devs and stuff like that. Or they've used other engines and they got to see kind of like my thought process of making decisions. But as I said, if you're already familiar with coding, then documentation is good. So go to Godot documentation and go to this one, your first 2D game or first 3D game. That's a good one to just follow along to get like kind of well versed with the language that they speak. Also, the introduction is good read, obviously. Otherwise, Otherwise, I would say the best thing to do is search for the genre that you're trying to develop. I do say the platformer or like top down action tutorials are pretty good place to get like all the necessary things like collision, hitbox and hurt boxes, and having static thing and character control. So those are basic stuff that you can do. You know, so those are a good topic to search. And there are a lot of things that are like, oh, how to make blah blah blah. Especially because that's like the common search keyword. But yeah, otherwise, definitely my course is for complete beginner, the ones who doesn't have any like coding knowledge either. So that's not for you. I would say look at my deck builder tutorial because I talk about that one is like unedited, minimally edited. I make mistakes on purpose. Well, not on purpose, but I keep the parts where I make mistakes and I go about how I fix the mistake, which is kind of like the regular process of development. So yeah, that's probably good. Okay, so that looked good. The fade in and fade out works. I still want to like highlight it. The spacing looks good. Spacing as in like spacing between the nodes also look good. So I think we're happy there. Black Basha says, hey, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, no problem. I hope you have fun. Oh gosh, my eyes are so like itchy and like clammy. I've been putting on a lot of face skincare products. I'm getting to that age. Oh, I did that a little too quick. I gotta make sure the that can't be triggered while we're in that mode here. So FTUE. Make sure that the control. Hold on. I think. Thanks for the sub, Ignifer. Ignifer? Ignifer? I mean, I know it's based on Ignite, right? But it's like Ignite Fur. Ignither. All right, whatever. Hi. Thanks for follow. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I could do paused. It's not the same type of pause, but it's a pause. Kind of want to take. Okay, so I think what it is it's less pause, but more is input allowed, basically. And at the start, we're false. We want to become true at the end here. Well, we don't make it true after initializing the player, I guess. So we want to make it so that the travel command itself on POI pressed doesn't do anything if is input allowed is false. We're going to do the same thing here. Bam. Hey, C Stressor says, yo. Hi, C Stressor. Welcome. Oh my gosh. My eyes are so tired, guys. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I need to drink more water. Okay. Okay, now it's not where. Oh, right. We want to give the control is true. Make sure we do that at the end. Oh, gosh, we're going to go through this beginning sequence so many times. I probably should make a shortcut for this, but I don't know. It's opportunity cost. Do I want to implement that or not? Oh, it's still not accepting. Interesting. False is false. It's not paused, but input is not allowed. Oh, I put this in the wrong section. There you go. That should do it. I mean, I feel like I don't have to test that part. But let me think about this though. I do think that we need to like have a highlighter. I think I'm gonna put a highlight function with the little animation. So we'll do this. It'll be 32 by 32. And what I'm thinking is maybe it'll be 64. 64 by 64. I'll have something along the lines of this. And animation will be basically like that. And then that's just, we're just going to have the ring gets smaller. We got to make sure, hold on. Make sure it's filled in properly. So go boop, boop. And then we'll have this traverse down. Oh, like so. Oops. It's hard to draw a perfect one. We'll do it from here to here. Not quite right. Oh, not that. I just want to move the one that I selected. Wait, why won't you let me do that? There you go. It's slightly off. I might have to, hold on, make it a little bit bigger. I think it's just unevenly sized. There you go. And then I think I'm just need to fill this in between. Kind of make it look like sliding in. Almost. Want this to get, oops, in here. Right up to it. Uh-huh. Looks close to what I want. It's a little uneven, but we'll figure it out. It is definitely uneven. But who's counting? Not me. I'll go boop, 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 and flash. Like that. Except the center would be. Then we'll make it like that. Almost. I don't know. Maybe it needs to be different color. Maybe that's better. This feels more like a siren. Yeah. Looks like a marker. Call this location highlighter. Let's see. It would be under explore mode, I think. Make a little sprite sheet. And then I'll put that on. Highlighter. Of course, I spell that just like that. New frame. We'll create a new one here. Like that. Great. And this one will be invisible unless I tell it to go on. So it'll be under unready. So we'll have initialize here. We'll have func highlight true, play default here on loop. I think I can actually make it not play. And then unhighlight will be highlighter, visible equals false. Stop. There you go. Which allows me, oh, actually, I had to put this on the map node out here actually, so that it's present everywhere. Highlighter there. So on explore mode, we'll have it dolly, and then the adjacent node highlight. And then when the travel selects, we'll unhighlight. All right, let's see how that looks. Hopefully like a game. Like a game should. Professional is the goal, I guess. Clean and professional. Dun, dun, dun. Still no music. We gotta think about the sound design here soon. Hi, Baka. Baka Design says hello. Oh, interesting. I hate that. Because it's a mixel. Oh. Huh. Hmm. The mixel problem. Ooh, I really don't like that. Okay, let's see. Also, I feel like I need to make this bigger or darker. I don't know. You can move by clicking on locations connected to your current spot. And then I'll do that. Input seems still not allowed though. Should be right there. Baka says, what's the mixel problem? Mixel is a word in pixel art community that indicates you're using different sized pixel sprites. So I am doing 2x on all the pixel arts. So they are all single pixel. Within it's across the board, they are the same pixel size, right? So the pixelation looks consistent, right? But right here, the little indicator pixel is half the size of normal pixel. So when they're right up against the different ratioed pixel, it looks weird, you know? Yeah. A mixel is basically word play on word where you have like a mixed pixel is the idea. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but it also doesn't look good. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this. Okay. So that's good. Um, Immediately zoomed in. I kind of want to. Oh, so I had an indicator telling me where to click. So I clicked on those and moved the player. I was saying on first time pickup. I think that's self-explanatory. I feel like I don't actually need to explain anything about picking up items because it's clearly different. And I think I could trust a player to be able to differentiate the difference between different nodes, that they're an item. Just doing this thing. You can move by clicking on a location connected to your current spot. So click on it. Then pick up some items. Pick up some items here. Gain some items there. Like that. And like that. All right. And what I'm going to do is have a message that says something like highlight number of moves remaining UX or UI. Say you have limited amount of moves to get explore as much as possible. Something like that. Baka says, got the exact same problem on the Assets Creator Manager plugin for Aspray I'm working on. I see. Yeah. That one is a common big no-no. That's one of the... If you don't do it well, I mean, so if you want to do Mixel, typically you have to either go like full high res versus like pixelated. Those two work well together, right? Like, because it's like so contrasting that it feels okay. But if it's like weird, like third zoomed in and set like doubled, and those go against each other, they feel really off. Baka says, now I can put a name on my problem. Exactly. That's a well-known one. Okay, I'm going to say highlighter will highlight the UI and it'll say, here's number. You have limited amount of moves to explore as much as possible. And then click continue to resume. That's instead of out of moves, I guess I'll say check and show FTU move. So we'll do that when oh, I see. Move count. So we'll do that when we are moving. We're in the middle of moving. We're tween. Once we finish our movement for the first time, pick up everything, mark everything, and then we'll go like this. Boop. And we'll wait on that, which will be check. Is first time explore auto move. We'll set that to false so that doesn't trigger anymore. All right, how do we highlight this? What we're going to do here is probably just can I just inverse mask something? It probably can't. I'll just draw a box around this. So I'll go color red. Little janky guys, I know. But alas, oh, maybe we could do a panel instead. I don't want it to look too thinking. Do I make a custom animation? I do think that there should be an animation here. Can I draw borders on this? Is that something I can do? Style. Ooh, I can do style box. So maybe I could. No, but that's too much coding for something so simple. I think I'm just going to draw a rectangle here. Um, color rect. I'm going to say game dimmer. Put that on. Javier, hi, welcome. Jacob's Hololog says, "How do the scene things work? I'm new and can't handle it." Uh, could you give me an example of what you're confused by? Maybe that'll help. What's the most difficult or confusing thing that you feel about that? Well, I'll call this. UI move count highlighter, then color rect. Maybe I'll do style box instead. Panel container. Jacob says, the whole organizing things and where stuff goes freaks me out. Really? So scene, think of it as like a grouping. I mean, you work with computers and folders, right? You know what that is like. Where if things belong to something or things should be relative to something, then it belongs in there. The whole parent-child relationship, I think this is the most important thing. In a scene, every node that is a child or children of the given scene will move together. Okay? Does that make sense? So it's like, oh, think about it this way. Let's say you have a remote control, right? Remote control have buttons on it. Yes? They're all individual, right? So buttons are each individual nodes that belongs to the remote. So later when I say I want to move the remote, I don't want to have to say, let's move the buttons individually so that it follows the remote. You don't want to have to come up with the positions of each button in order to move them together. You can just say, well, have it follow relatively to the remote. So if I move the remote, everybody else follows the remote in its relative position. So in terms of scene organization, that's basically what you're thinking about, where everything that belongs to the scene is components of the scene. And that component might have more components. That's essentially what that is. It's not necessary, it's not required, but it makes your life easier when you're trying to control it as a group, right? I mean, that's the main thing. It's basically organizational structure that also makes coding convenient when you're moving things together or applying things together. Another way to see it, this is more advanced. Another way to see scene structure where you're like, okay, how do I know which belongs to what and what should happen? If you want to make it so that the control of individual components are hidden from the outside. So like, for example, I can be like, if you want to find out if there is a student at a school, this is an outside example, but this is a metaphor. Just, follow along here. Let's say I want to find a student that goes to a school. I could go to the school and ask each student their name. I could be like, hey, you, what's your name? Hey, you, what's your name? Until you find a student, which obviously is unorganized and chaotic, right? I could just say, hey, school, can you tell me if this student goes there? And then the school will be able to find that out with their information that they are aware of that they don't expose to you and reveal that to you. So then all the students would be part of the school, components of the school, where you, as someone who wants to know this information, doesn't actually have to understand what's going on underneath, right? So that's another way to organize and differentiate. I don't know. I tried. Let me know if that's still confusing. We can talk further into it. I don't know if Unity is any better. I feel like the component system and being able to organize things in this like parent-child relationship is everything, everywhere, as long as it's like front end. Well, it doesn't even have to be front end. It's just everywhere, period. So I don't know. If you had a fancy computer that can handle Unity, would you have had better time? Not really sure. Not really sure. Let's see. I think I'm going to. I don't like this. This could potentially misalign. That's why I'm like, I kind of want to just like do this like that. I could even just do a 9 patch on here. I don't want to do a free floating container. Fine, I'll just do this. Panel container. Oh, not that. Call this move count UI. HBlock display. And then I'll set this to center top. Bring it down a little bit. I'll this up a little bit here. And then this container I'll create a flat texture box with no color, but with border. Say 5, 5, 5, 5. A little messy. Let's do 3 instead. Oops. Maybe we'll do a content margin here. So maybe more. Can I get some gap, please? Yes. Like so. I'll save this. Save it as the move count UI highlight style box. Jacob says, do you still recommend the dialog plugin you made a video about? I do. I still use it. I mean, also I made it, so it's really hard. But I honestly, okay, so there's a Nathan Hode one. There's the one that Emmy made, who, I mean, obviously that's the Dialogic. And then there's one that I made. They all address different pain points. I think mine is somewhere in between. So if you want something robust and then you are coding for oriented, but also you need to send your dialogue design to someone who's not as code heavy, or you like to turn yourself into a non-coder while writing, like non-coder is kind of relative, but then not be stuck in visually coding things, then my plugin is still recommended in my opinion. Because my plugin allows you to do basically every scenario, there's a way around to do everything you need to do. It doesn't limit you. So it's flexible enough to do everything. Now the problem is like you might not know how to do everything like the roundabout way. But obviously the alternative is you can make your own system. Something that it doesn't do is it doesn't make dialog boxes for you, like creating a dialog box and the panels and stuff like that. That's your homework. But as far as like controlling flows and things, I still think it's, in my opinion, I think it's the best solution out there. But of course, I am biased. Am I a little too proud? Maybe I'm a little too proud. I wonder if I can just turn it on and off. Let's see. Gonna probably, let's see, move count display. Move. I'll do it over here. Detach this. It'll be that. Like that. Uh-huh. That makes sense. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is for highlight, we'll set the theme override at theme style box override and do this because it's just a resource. We'll say panel be that func unhighlight. I think my cat is scratching the door trying to get in. Please leave me alone. No, Peach, leave me alone. Ugh. Of course. She really wants to get in. But she just doesn't want to. If I let her in, she's just going to be like, hi, and then just stare at the door for me to open it again. Pitforian says, hey, developer Ezra, all these game devs getting rich. You're next up. What color Lambo you buying? I don't think I'll ever buy a Lambo, no matter how rich I get. But I understand the meme and the common language around that. What is my ideal type car? I don't know. I think I definitely want something that's efficient and unassuming. That's easy to manage. Pitforian says, you a Ferrari guy? Maybe. Not really. I don't want a sports car. Sports cars are kind of scary. I think the highest I would go is maybe like just regular luxury sedan. Can you not? Oh my gosh. All right, baby. Tesla plaid. I think I should probably stay off Tesla though. Maybe Lucid. Maybe Lucid. All right, everyone. Here's my cat. I'll show you a little bit. Say hi to Fig. Say hi. Figgy. Meow. Little meow. Oh, there it is. She just wanted a snuggle. There's a Fig emote. Fig emote in the chat, please. Oh, you're done? Okay. See, she just distracts me from the actual development. I'm gonna kick her out real quick. Ow! Stop it! Ow! Jeez. Peachy, get out! You guys all get out! What are you doing in here? My goodness, not allowed. Can't believe this. There it is. Well, anyways, but it's awfully Presumptuous of you, Piforian. Oh, thanks for the follow, Grumpy. Um, that you think all these game devs are getting rich? You sure? Is that really true? I don't think so. One out of million. Baka says classic cat checking. You still love me? Okay, fine. Now you're bothering me, puny human. Exactly. Grumpy says hi. Hi, Grumpy. All right. Where were we? Okay, so we're gonna remove the panel. We're gonna add the panel for highlight. So for FTUE experience, I'm going to probably do this, and then we'll fade this in. And then we're going to highlight the move count UI. Count UI highlight. We're going to fade this in. But yeah. Anyways, Jacob, I have a plan to revisit the dialogue plugin though. I've been promising people that I'm going to do the localization integration with the Godot's regular localization, and I haven't gotten around to it, mainly because I've been busy developing my own game, but we'll get to that. I guess that's one answer. It's like if you're doing localization, it might be a little bit tough. Okay, so highlight number of moves remaining. Okay, so we want to create the fade in tween, and then we're going to fade in tween property, and we're tweening the highlighter and color. Not really sure if that's what I want to do. I kind of want to do the modulate method. We're going to do the modulate, and we're going to do a full white, which is a fade in color. Which means initially it needs to be invisible. I wish there's a way to say invis as a constant as opposed to having to do this every time. Our invisible color equals color white. And then let's set the A to 0. Move count highlighter, visible equals true. And then once that is done, we're going to highlight the UI, which it's not over here yet. Move count UI will be highlighted. We need a message here, so we're going to write a message label here like that. And we'll say, what were we saying? Nightpath says, does this not work? Constant invisible equals. You're probably right. I just never looked into it enough. Let's see. Color. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like there is this one. Yeah, you're right. So it seems like that will work. Do I have to do like color.new? Hold on. Or is it just color like that? Oh, yeah. There you go. You're right, Nightbat. Thanks. Much easier. White, not white. White. You have to yell at it. You have limited amount of moves to explore as much as possible. Then that one we'll do center, layout. We'll anchor it center top. bit too. I have to size it down though. Why is it expanding all the way? Container sizing. Let's see. We're gonna do wrap word. Transform. Oh, there is no container sizing. It just is. Guess I'll just have to give it just some width, huh? Center. And then I'll give it a little button, but we'll see. Ooh, Nepa says, I don't know where it falls on other people's best practices, but I like having a utility file with a bunch of color constants. No, I think that's a good idea. Also, technically, the real right way probably would be is to have a utilize the theme colors. I'm sure there's like a theme constants. That way, you know, right? Like you can mod it easier. That's probably the actual way to do it. But you're right. You should technically all the constant colors probably should live in the same place. I don't see. I mean, yeah, there's no reason not to. I think like there's no downside to doing that because that means each UI would take color as input, which means it's still flexible. Oh, what the? Is there a build issue? It's there. I don't think I changed anything else, so I don't know what's going on. Nepa said, I make progress on understanding how theme works every year. Someday I'll have it figured out in time for the complete revamp. That's exactly. I don't know. I still don't use theme because, you know, because I'm not a front end engineer, it's just like being locked into a theme or like it's like a lot of. It feels like a lot of overhead work, even though it's not. Like ultimately, like it's good, right? But it feels like it's a lot of overhead work. Jeez, I did this again. There it is. That's what happened. One source of truth is always way to go. I would say even I picked up a practice from my senior engineer back in the day of like putting all the enum definitions into a single spot as opposed like a global spot. Oh, what the heck? Was it? Okay, that tutorial was kind of weird. Hold on. This one is supposed to come later. Why did it happen already? Oh, okay. Because I did the moving thing. Yeah. I think I got to do double check here. So we got to do FTUE explore move. If it yeah, if it is the first time move and then it is not return, yeah. Cool. Oop. Are you guys tired of this intro animation yet? Definitely need to do something about the shortcutting that somehow. Baka Design says, could make an A-Sprite plugin that output a JSON of color palette. Ah, gosh, it's happening again. Hold on. Pocket Design says could make a sprite plugin that output a JSON of a color palette. Then small util class could make them into constant. You could have your custom palette from a sprite become constant in your Godot. I'm sure that would be very helpful. At least the palette that way. You know, that is actually pretty helpful because um I still choose a lot of the UI highlighting colors and stuff based on my palette. But sometimes like accessing that palette is pretty hard. You have to open the app again to get the code and stuff like that. So it would be cool to have, if not a Sprite plugin, at least Godot plugin where you can load in PNG palette file that makes it constant. Nightbest says palette from a Sprite would have been cool for my first project. Yeah. Buck also says, well, I'm doing something like that at the moment. A color maker plugin. I see. I see. That's pretty cool. Well, share with us when you're done. Share with us when you're done. It's true. If it is true, return. Yep. I'm gonna wait until this is done. There you go. I think this will make the timing be better. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Now I have cat hair on my face. It's itchy. I don't like. Why is the default panel there? I need to get. I'm gonna change the panel. Wait, what the heck? All right, hold on. Hold up. This right now is false, and this should be true. Hold on. Here. Oh, it is first time. If it is not first time, do that. Yeah. So this would be true. So it's false. Evaluates as false. This should evaluate as false. False or false should not return, but it is. I am setting this to false over here. Suspicious. We'll see. Baka says almost done for the beta version. I went a bit overkill with functionalities. I kept my sister's cat for 2 weeks, a cat from Nordic country with insane amount of hairs. I swear I could knit a beanie. Yeah, no, they be shedding all the time. It's just something that happens. Can't avoid it. I think I've grown accustomed to not seeing the hair anymore. Like I don't see them. It's like I grew a blind spot for it until I start paying attention. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's everywhere. Um. Hmm. That should have been true. Ha! Hold up, hold up. Oh, this never rained. Oh. Whoopsie. Okay, that makes sense. All right. But yeah, I'm excited for your color stuff. Nightbed says have to go. You have to go be a parent. Okay. All right. Bye, Nightbed. Thanks for watching. I'll probably be done here in a bit. I mean, I know it says only 1 hour, but I'm pretty sure we did 3 hours. 1 hour because I started at 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 2 hours and 2 hours and 30 minutes so far because I got disconnected. Okay. You have limited amount of moves to explore as much as possible. Yay. Okay, so it came on in the right timing. It looks good. I'm going to put a little okay button there. I might actually make it so that the flat, the container, the default box is it's kind of annoying. It's kind of ugly. So I'm gonna put a better default box, I think. So I'll do that. We'll give border. What was the border width here? 3333. Margin with the 1010. Okay. So we'll do 3333. Just same color. There you go. And then we'll do corners. Radius to be 6. Like so. Then we'll change this to be corner radius 6 as well. And then we'll save. Maybe I'll make it a little bit darker actually. Or not that. This needs to stay 0. Like so. And then I'll save this as normal style box. We'll do a little. Oop. Boom. Okay. Let's see. And then I'll add a little button here that says continue. Or okay. I don't know if that's going to make more sense though. Layout, anchor, center. Like so. I'll have this press go into this. Actually, I'll put that button. Signal. Move count FTUE message done. And then connect this to the move count, so that's handled there. Then over here. UI, move count to Message done. Then it'll continue. When it's continuing, we want to fade out. Or fade out. Maybe a little faster. False. And then before that happens, unhighlight. Hopefully that'll just work. Ever so close. Getting closer and closer to a finished product. I can't believe all I ended up doing today was just a bunch of tutorial messaging. And then like camera tweaking. But I guess that's kind of like a big part. All right, well, that's wrong. There you go. Bum, 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 bum. Then you have limited amount of moves to explore as much as possible. Continue. All right. Boom. I guess I gotta make it so that. Okay. Almost. I gotta give back player control here. Hey, Fyra. Long time no see. I saw you streaming though. Let's see. What am I looking for here? I want to give WASD control back to the player during the explore mode. Hey, thanks for the raid. I guess that makes sense why you would message me. Hi. Shout out to Fyra. Hope your stream went well. I had a little hiccup here. A little disconnect, but Fyra says stream was good. Yes, was pretty fun. That's good. That's good. What did you end up doing today? Yeah. We had a disconnect. I mean, it hasn't happened in a while, so it was okay. We dealt with it. We're back at it. Fyra says, I thought you started an hour ago. Yeah, no, I was here for like 2 hours, 3 hours now, but it's okay. I might chill around. I just want to reach some goals here. We're getting our little gameplay, the first time user experience kind of polished out. You know, getting that demo experience tightened, and then the game logic. First says I made pixel art and I set up a bot so Twitch can play Pokemon. Oh, that sounds fun. Have you been playing Pokopia? I don't even have Switch 2, and that's like everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's making me want to buy it. I'm like, no. I am doing that right now. Fyra says we 5 coded the bot. How did that go? Was it actually impressively easy? No, Fyra says I did not play Pokopia. I see. Fyra says no. Yeah, I actually. Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. It's really more and more people are admitting to the fact that it's like it's good for research, but it's not really good for taking over everything. Not quite, at least. Also, it's really bad at context. It's gotten better. Like the contextual implementation has gotten better, but it still is not good enough. Like Like it's easy to get it to like do whatever you need it to do ground up. But if you have existing project or existing like setup, then it still struggles a lot, I feel. Farah says we opened new context window a couple times, that fixed it. I see, I see. Did you use Claude for it or just ChatGPT? I hear Claude is way to go for coding, but it's not a personal story out here. I'll never done. I don't know if I ever get into it. I might make it review my code, but I don't know if it'll ever replace me writing. I was in the middle of something. I just don't remember what it was. But yeah, sounds fun. Sounds like a good stream. Thanks for the raid, though. Appreciate it. And welcome raiders. Welcome raiders. Outline, continue. Yes, the transition at the end was a little funky. I think we need a tutorial message too when we get back out into the region exploration. So we need some transitions here. So we got this, we got the new game. Let's look at what we're missing. Got the broken crystal. This looks good. Shows the region. Slide out. We're saying we're going to go here. I feel like that last zoom in is unnecessary, actually. I'm going to do that, actually. Region mode. I'm going to get rid of that last zoom in. I'm just going to have it fade out. Exit scene. We're not going to do the enter region. Let's get rid of the quick zoom. And we'll have the screen cover fade in. And I'm going to do this to fade to black instead. Journey mode transition explore happens. I think we're okay. Okay. Got to make it look good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can move by clicking on locations connected to your current spot. You have limited amount of moves to explore as much as possible. Oh, right, WASD control. We got to give the control back. So let's do... Our quest marker needs to go away, actually. Limited amount of moves. WASD control. That's right. That's what I was doing. So, camera movement. I think after the FTUE messaging is given, we can give control back though. I think I can just go manager. Player action allowed. You can set it to true there. False here. I guess that is, hold on. I gotta make sure I do this properly. So I have a flag for is input allowed. After initializing, it's true. I'm gonna make it false when I turn into this. That. Once everything has been connected, we'll set it back to true. And camera movement. So I'll say process. We'll make it so that the journey manager player action allowed will just be is input allowed. And that, I think, should control the camera situation, I think. Put direction, this one. Oh, is player control. Who sets this, though? This happens under physics process. Yeah, cool. That should be good. I still can't move the camera. Let me think. Oh, because this is considered paused. Having to redo this code seems a little janky. But I guess that's what we need to do. Camera. There you go. We definitely want to make it position smoothing as well. So we'll make sure the camera's position smoothing is back on. Hold on. Gotta make sure I can't just move the camera in the middle of any of these sections. Gotta make these. This is like the first look of the game, right, to the player. So this part needs to be really tight and bug free. So I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, there it is. See, this shouldn't be allowed. Is input allowed? Should not be the camera positioning thing. I think that should be probably separate then. So click, only when the click happens, we start the tween. And then with finish, yes. Travel started. Move to POI. Is camera player control. Let me see if there's anything else that says this. Yeah. So we're gonna get rid of that. Move to POI. I'll make the camera be available once we finish moving. Is player control. We're getting so close to needing a state machine. I mean, I've been pretty stubborn about not doing it via the control, not doing the control via the state machine, but rather the flags, so that I can be a little bit more flexible there. But we're getting to a position where it's like, well, I can't tell which flags are on all the time. And it's not like either I have to be really good with designing the mechanics of it so that, you know, okay, this needs to go away. Yeah. All right. Need to take the camera control away here. Okay. Very close. Might make the intro logo a little bit shorter. Logo should be 2 seconds instead. Okay, very good. Zoom out. Very good. This shouldn't be allowed, I think. Maybe it is. Camera player control. We slide. We're going to get make sure that the camera doesn't camera. No dolly here. I'm going to say player control is off to start. Do that. Can't move just yet. And now it's smooth movement. Wait, why didn't that go away? Oh my gosh. We got this. We got this. To POI. That's fine. The first time. This? Did it happen too quickly? Interesting. All right, well, we'll see. This shouldn't be happening. Hey, Tony. Why am I still allowed to move the camera? Input is allowed. Because I already moved, I guess? I guess so. Camera player control equals false. And then once this is done, we'll restore it. Or I think there's other components that'll restore that for us, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay. And then it seems like if I click immediately, as soon as a tween is... Okay. Yeah, when we're waiting for it to finish. So if I start traveling before it finishes, then we have a problem here. Let me look at this. See if there's any variable I'm setting here for the fact that we're traveling. Connection, getting the connection is unlocked, blah, blah, blah. We have to move to POI here. Reset travel. Moving. We don't really set any variable for the fact that we're in transit right now. So we might want to do that. We have this. So await. Travel started. If this is the case, then we're going to wait. Maybe this is better. I feel like it's the other way around, though. We'll see. So traveling gets marked. Set start travel. On start travel, which happens on move to POI. So other way around. I think if I'm traveling, I don't have to wait. But if I'm not, then okay. All right, let's try to break this on purpose. I'm going to try to input really quickly as soon as instead of waiting on the animations to finish, I'm going to try to interrupt it. See if it locks me out. I'm just spamming input here. See if it'll break. Okay, successful. Very good. Okay, I was guarded there. Good. All right. We have good tight control over the UI and UX. And then I can move still to explore what's where. All right. I definitely need a transition between the scene and these exploration mode so that's smoother and makes more sense. And then I need a tutorial on overworld traveling. I should have gone up there. Okay. I feel like 5 move is too good. We'll limit it to 4 moves for beginning. Starting speed is 4. And then because there's more opportunity to grab provisions, we'll make it so that you start with 0 provision. And then we'll make it consume faster. Start with 0 provision, and max provision will be 6. This might be really difficult, but we gotta get the game play satisfying and challenging and fun and not meaningless. But at the same time, make sure there's a desire to learn and improve. Okay, we're good here. Tutorial message. Yep. Moving. You have limited amount of moves to explore as much as possible. So I'm collecting some provisions here. Cool. We're going to go down this way. Let's get some provision here. 1, 2. So far, so good. Pretty easy. 3, 4. Okay. The whole traveling thing is not working. So in my journey mode, the consumption during traveling is not quite working here. So let me just make sure that's sorted out on exit. It emits that, clean, pause, explore nodes, journey mode, on explore exit, removing the player character to the node immediately. Explore mode is no longer the case. Link. I gotta make sure this hits. Okay. Let's take a look here. Just minor debugging out here. And then once that gets set up, I need to lock in the transitions between the modes. And then I can start looking into developing more challenges and nodes and items. Okay. Oh, this is not getting called. Oh, travel update is not happening. I wonder why the travel update is not being called here. Oh, it is paused. Let's consider paused. Why? Exit. Okay, that should do it. I mean, there are some bugs in relation to that, but at least that should resolve a lot of the issues there. So it'll consume. It'll be a little bit harder. All right, let's see if I can get to the exit now with this change alone. All right. 3 moves. I'm starting with 4 provision. Okay. What the? Oh, it got stuck. Oh, it won't let me control the camera now. What is that? Player control will. Oh, yes. So I got to do that as well. Explore on exit. Be true. New rebounding. Let's see. And I want to center it to the player as well. So I'll do that. On exit. All right. Once this is done, I think we're pretty good. I guess next time we'll have to do the messaging about the overworld. So this is about the exploration mode. We go in, people learn about all this. Right. Do the little exploration that they do. Simple enough. Here I need to give a little tutorial message that says, this is the overworld. You can choose and then I'll talk about traveling in the overworld, consuming provision. Then every time in between, you get to do this exploration mode. I wonder why this is. I need to turn up those buttons. It's actually low-key really hard. I have to go this way. And then I guess I gotta definitely change it so that a certain nose guarantee gives item. And then different provision type. Even without an enemy. I mean, I think this is just like a mastering of the traveling in the beginning. So there's no like enemies that can get in the way of your travel just yet. I might actually make it so that the starting health is only 3. Starting. We'll start with 3 health. Thanks for the follow, Nishida. Welcome, welcome. Okay. I would say so far it's actually kind of entertaining. I'm still playing. I'm strategizing and playing. Too bad I can't exit early, which kind of sucks. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Definitely need to make the upgrades better. I think is 1, 2. 1, 2. Hey. All right. Let me see if it's properly recording. This is wrong. I'm gonna have to do something about this. Then, oh, that's pretty easy getting to the exit, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'll make the. I might have to make the exit further away. Few of the game balance stuff there. Otherwise, I think it's okay. Not being able to carry a lot at once probably will add to the difficulty. I do think the base speed needs to be 3, so I can only pick up so much. And then I'm going to say max is 5 so that you can't carry too much at once. Like at most, you're carrying enough for 2 trips so that you have to be still very strategic about picking up and strategizing how you're navigating each node. And then I have to go back into adding node variety, different effects being present in different types of nodes, obviously different activities. Instead of it being an overworld button, I'm gonna make it so that, like, for example, if there's a merchant and stuff like that, I'm gonna make it so that the merchants are within these nodes. Oh, it's actually really hard. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down this way. Okay. And then this makes me actually like try to navigate based on what nodes are out there. I'm starting to feel the joy of playing. I'm getting that like hit of like, okay, I'm doing this next. And I can easily imagine if the gameplay was a certain way, I could be doing it. Like I could easily see myself being like, okay, should I go to the forest or the mountain? Where forest there's more provision, but the mountain has like a chance for a relic, for example. Yeah. Okay, that was really close. And then, of course, having upgrades probably will be very helpful. Yeah, I can rest. Ooh, actually, that button feels really nice. Okay. So right now, I'm just focusing on grabbing provisions and then using the rest action to heal. Oh, that's actually pretty treacherous. Ah, there it is. All right. Interesting gameplay so far. It's looking good. I think we can pause here. Let's raid out. I'm sorry, Fire as raiders. I know I haven't been on too long, but this is a nature. I'm sure you guys are used to it by now. Hypnotic is playing a game. I guess that's okay. We can go to Hypnotic, or let's see if it's suggesting anything else. Nobody else that I know. All right. I'll go to Hypnotic. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you on Wednesday, I think. And that's it. Here we go. Don't forget to follow on Discord if you want to be notified. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Bye. And then once that's done, I'll say goodbye to YouTube as well. Ah, there it is. All right.